So it's Friday, early afternoon. I just so I sprayed the tile that was exposed that had mold on it with this Moldex stuff from Home Depot, and this morning it's evidently crushed and killed it all, sealed it, and I was able to kind of scrub it up with I'm just using my Zwiffer with wet disposable cloths on it, just to get the most of it up. I'm going to pull the tile. For a moment there, I thought I could use the stuff that gets rid of the mold stains and stuff, but the tile is so bad, it's peeled up in certain areas. I don't know if I have any to show you right now, but anyways, it's peeling up, so I'm going to scrape it up anyways. I bought a scraper yesterday. Some of the stuff that looks kind of grody is just gunk, like gluing stuff from where they sealed down the underpadding or the flooring. So yeah, I'm just pulling out the rest of the stuff. So I got my cabinet there with a bunch of gear, music gear, my PA speakers, my kick drum, and a cymbal and tom are over there. I got all the cables off the wall. I may not pull that down today. Get these two curtains out of here. Take down that curtain rod and somehow get this stereo unit out of here. Oh man, it's going to be a backbreaker. Or just keep it covered up and get it against this wall. But I got to get the flooring up, so it'll probably have to go. Everything else is kind of coming out. That TV's coming down shortly. I think I'm going to take the lights down and start fresh anyways, just because I want to be able to get up there on the ladder and not bang my head on all these things. And there's a microphone up there. It's going to come down. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. So after getting the insulation out from up in there we go. So there's two spots, probably the corners of the sliding door up in the kitchen above, where there was some spray foam put in, and there's black stuff around, which is probably mold, unless it's some sort of tar they use to seal off leaks. But I'm assuming it's mold. It's on wood, so I can probably cut it out and then patch up the pieces of wood. It's just flooring wood, it's plywood, so yes, it's doable. And I'm assuming that's tile up above in the kitchen. I may be able to use my oscillating tool and just cut out a square around this. Take out that wood block up there. But yeah, there's a ton of spray foam, so don't remember if the guy did it when he did my patio door in the fall. I know he showed me when the old one was out, he showed me how there was dry rot. That water had been getting in for years from the patio, or the deck being right up against the same level as the screen door. So I guess ice builds up, snow builds up, it melts, gets in there. So I think that's been dealt with, I hope. But this was all covered up with, insulation and the drywall and everything. So yeah, so two pieces, that one and the one over in that corner, probably the ends of the sliding door. Cut it out with my oscillating tool, patch it up with new pieces of wood. Hopefully the tile, there probably is a subfloor above that, so I imagine I can get this out and then leave the tile in place. Otherwise I've got to take out some tile in the kitchen. Anyways, yeah, lots of spray foam. I cut a bunch of it back. It had really been poured in heavy here. Yeah, so that's weird. So, okay, so there's that. And this was where I thought was the latest leak. It was kind of wet yesterday, but again, I was spraying the Moldex stuff, so it may have just been the Moldex that was glistening and making it look like it was leaking, but I think down there is a leak. They've been patching all of those little plugs, where the wood forms were pulled off when they poured the cement, and I guess maybe that's a point of weakness because there's a hole in there. So they were patching them all up there. I'm assuming I'll find more in behind all those walls, and probably all the way down to the end of the room. And behind is probably patching's done. There's a crack here, but it seems to be okay. I'll look into finding out if I need to patch that or do anything about it. But yeah, so all these ones at that level, there's one up here, one up there. I'll see what's behind this wall. There's probably more, although when I pulled this up, I didn't see anything. So yeah, so for today, get rid of all the cables, get rid of the TV, take down the lights and whatever, this thing here for cables, and then I may take this drywall down just to get the rest of this wall done and exposed. And at some point, this kind of outcropping where they had like a fake fireplace thing for the kid who was sleeping in this room. I can't believe they patched all this stuff up and then they made a bedroom and covered it all up, and they had no idea probably, or maybe they did and just didn't care, that there was water getting in for probably years. I mean, this place is 30 years old. I've had it for 5. Kind of wonder if I hadn't pulled the floor up and just left it. It was kind of a smell once in a while, but you know, I never really noticed, although it's probably bad for your health. But maybe if I just left the floor and the walls, you know, and just seeing if I could check from outside if it would stop. But so this was the first year that water came in from this side and made it all the way into the second, the middle room there, the carpet room. I've had leaks in the cold storage on the far other room, the other at the front of the house. Managed to fix that up with some spray tar, and I put a lip in the cold storage room to keep water, if it does leak in, keeps it like there's 4 or 5 inches worth, and then spray tarred like that stuff down so that it's not going to get through. But anyways, this room needs to be demoed, so this wall will have to come down later. That far end wall, it's nice. It's got like a fake brick, and it's got that kind of what do they call that, batten board or shiplap, whatever, in behind there. That's done nicely, but really what I should do is take it all down, and then if anything, redo that wall with proper insulation, soundproofing, so that my neighbor doesn't hear us jamming so badly. And then maybe up in the ceiling there, at least part of it, insulation, and there's stuff called Sono something, and it's the best soundproofing these days. It's a recent development. Fix that up. Neighbor on this other wall here, he plays drums, he doesn't care. He's never around anyways, but I do want to give those guys a break, so if I ever do anything, I'll strip this room all down, maybe just leave concrete floor below here, put a few area rugs down under drums, and you know, for the guitar players, and do that back wall. So I don't think I have to touch the inside wall there, the wall that kind of covers the laundry room. And this wall, I was thinking of taking it down just to air it, make the space, you know, roomier. But that's the movie room there, so I think I'll leave that wall intact. Maybe I'll have it open at the bottom for a while just to watch for leaks, future leaks. But I do have to say, so that the flooring that they did, the way they did it was they did the flooring underneath this aluminum framing, and I had to use my oscillating tool or multi-purpose tool to get the flooring up. But yeah, the flooring comes up to the carpet edge. The carpet was installed after all the flooring was done. So yeah, so they just screwed into the flooring. I don't think they drilled into the cement, the foundation. So I'll probably leave that bit of flooring intact. But the thing is, it's damp. It's wet underneath. There is a little bit of that padding under there. I kind of want to get it, unless it's going to just dry out, but I don't know if there's mold under there. Yeah, so I don't know what I'll do. Get to that later. Alright, so I'm going to turn off for a sec while I take down TV and some things. You don't need to see that, but I'll put it back on maybe when I'm doing the flooring. Ciao. All right, 6:30 Friday. I started 12:30, maybe 1. So, and I haven't taken a break, so 5 or so hours. So what have I done? I pulled up the rest of the flooring and the blue underpad, and then there's a ton more mold. So I've sprayed all this with my Moldex. It looks bad. I'm sure by tomorrow it'll be like this where I can clean it off. This was the stuff that was taped, so I've taken the tape off, sprayed that. I'll clean that up tomorrow. I also got everything out of the room. So there's the back wing. Yeah, found mold up against. I don't know if this will focus in far enough, but I'm not going to step on the Moldex stuff. Mold up against the baseboards, underneath or behind the baseboard and drywall, down at the floor in the back there. I don't know if that's just a low part of the room. And even though the padding looked dry, yeah, my memory card filled up on the action cam there. So moving over to this for a bit. Here I can zoom. So yeah, mold spots there. Back in that corner along this wall. There is a stripe there. Okay, I guess it's this one that's in on the seam there. That was holding some of the, I guess keeping that padding underlayment there in place. Sorry, I guess I can zoom back out. Anyways, yeah, it was pretty bad along the walls. One piece of wood there that just kind of fell right out. I'll take that wall down tomorrow. But kind of gross. It'll clean up nicely tomorrow, and then I'll take the rest of these tiles off. I started peeling a few back just to get a feel for it, but I have a nice tile scraper, as I mentioned earlier. Take it all off. The only other thing is I still have that stereo stand unit there. I got the albums off. I'll have to get that out somewhere. Yeah, maybe I'll just get it. So I'm going to show you what I've done. Okay, so anyways, enough with this room. Done for now. So now a quick tour. What have I done? So this is the movie room. Just kind of got a bunch of stuff here. The carpets are piled up there. Stereo speakers and my PA speakers, the turntable, the TV. So and in here, got my albums on the chair there so far. All the curtains on this chair. Drums, a couple of boxes. The boxes I'm going to throw the old tiles in. Doug's amp. My chair, more albums, more drums. Oh, don't trip. And a bunch of drums, stands, cymbals. Most of my cymbals are in my cymbal bag, but yeah, cymbal stands. Oh, I put 3 or so cymbal stands in the furnace room, and my PA speaker stands are in there too. Okay. And then with all the garbage, when I tape it all up, you know, put it in bundles of 6 planks or whatnot, whatever I can carry. Bring it up to the garage. So there was one bag down there that'll come up tomorrow. So 4 bags. I think there's one in that garbage can. Some baseboard. And then 1, 2, 6. There's about 8. There's about 8 bundles of 8 or 6 planks there. Some small pieces. There's a few pieces of drywall broken up in behind there. And I've already put out about 6 packs of planks, floor planks, and a bunch of other baseboard last week, and a bunch of other drywall. So yeah, so all this stuff has to be lugged down in 2 weeks for garbage day. So okay, that's the fun for today. We'll film some more tomorrow. I don't know if this is going to be the right angle. I'm up on the shelf and I can't really see behind. I assume that'll get most of this. Alright. Time to mop up the mold. Okay, Sunday afternoon, and this is, I guess, day 6 or something like that. I'm kind of going straight at this crazy back room. Yeah, the flooding had come out. It wasn't horrible, but it had dampened the carpet in this middle room. That seems to be pretty dry and under control. So I'm going to work on. I'm just going to try to clean the floor a bit better today. Just a little bit, because I want to get the framing ripped out, and then I'll really go at the floor later. Take down that middle wall, the top part there, the top part over here, drywall. Get that out, so to get the last little bits of tiles I didn't have in the box out. This drywall here and the back wall, and then I think I'll leave the top brick stuff up there for now, but the bottom part there is going to come out. Also, because it got in, soaked up into the drywall here, I'll just take a little bit of drywall like I did over there, about 5 inches or so, cut that out, just to let that dry. I'm going to leave this wall here, and theoretically, for now at least, these walls there, that doorway, just to keep the room separated. But yeah, and then this baseboard down here, again, I'll cut like up to the green mark there. And the whole back's bad, so I'm taking that out. Okay, yeah, so back to this, still a little bit damp down there, so I have to investigate that. That's probably the leak, or at least the going one. The cabling, what do we call it, conduit, Romex, for the plugs here, got really gross. It's just covered in grime and whatever, so at some point I'm going to take out all the electrical. There's only 4 plugs in here. And I'll buy some wire. I checked it today. Holy smokes, it's like $100 for a spool of wire. Crazy. Yeah, and then at some point I got to get up and check up in here and see what's going on, because there's some damaged wood. It's too dark to see. I don't have my flashlight handy. Okay, so that's it for today. That'll take me 4 hours or so. And at some point, this is going to get cut. Oh, I may take the L tracking there for the drop ceiling. I'll take that down. But yeah, this, I don't know what you call it, abutment, whatever, for the window, for the egress, for when this was a finished basement. You have to have enough room to squeeze out a window. There's no way, I don't think I could ever get out that window if I had a fire and I was stuck down here. Anyways, this piece will come off. It'll just give us a bit more space down here in the basement. I may leave this part here, because maybe at some point I will put a drop ceiling back in. Although I would do it up, I don't know. I would do it up higher. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, I was lucky and able to find some N95s with the, I don't know if it's focusing on that properly, with the flow vent there, whatever, the exhale chamber. So it'll make breathing a little bit easier. I'm not going to put the whole suit on for the floor, and even for the drywall. I don't think this outfit here was mostly for when I was getting the mold from the floor done up, and now it's just dirt and rust and crap, so I'm not really worried about the mold. This stuff will kill it, if there's any there, as I mop up. Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop and I'll start up again in a moment. Get some clean warm water to rinse off the mop. Go back, raise on. been 4 or 5 hours worth. So got that wall now, half of this wall done. Got some crack that they must have fixed. I think it's, I think I was saying already that, whatever you call it, kind of cement. Anyhow, can't think straight. That's done. Half of that wall's done. That's good enough. Gonna leave the framing, gonna leave the brickwork up there. I got all this wall done. So that's done. I'm gonna get that framing down. I just have to cut the power and move those, get them stabilized somewhere else. Actually, I might leave one and then take out the wiring, the rest of it, just so I don't have to worry about these plugs. Redo them later on. I think I have to like drill them into the cement or get some sort of adhesive, different kinds of electrical boxes, I'm sure, to put on the foundation right against the wall where it's dry. Anyhow, take care of that another time, tomorrow or whenever I have energy to get back at it. Oh shoot, I forgot one little pocket of insulation. Can you see it up there? There it is. I'll get that soon. And a little bit of insulation left jammed up in there. Can you see it? I don't know. I'm looking at this. I've got the camera on reverse, so I don't know. Let's just come along. Leave this wall and the door, the separation. Got the bottoms cut out just to let them air out because there was some water damage at some point. Down along that, even though that wall's going to stay. And the floor, no more tile. It's a little bit messy, but I'm sure I can scrub that up at some point once I get the rest of the framing taken down. Framing along the back wall, I'll get the framework off when that drywall's down. And the framing here, I'll just cut it with my Sawzall, get that off, and then I can scrub the floors so I can get up against the concrete. And like I had said, I think this is the culprit down in here. I'm on the reverse cameras, the back camera, so it's or front camera, whichever, the crappier one. I don't know if you can see it, but that's probably where the wetness is coming through. It's not really damp or anything, so it's just kind of gross looking. I'll get that. I'll clean that up. I've got some scrub brushes and get a real feel to see if there is some sort of breach there and water coming in. I'm gonna get my scraper and peel off some of this old stuff that's probably done 30 years ago or 20 years ago. So anyway, so that's that. And I am a mess. Can't get this thing out far enough. Okay, let's see if I can do this and angle this. Finally using a selfie stick. Yeah, anyways, I'm pretty dirty. It's laundry day. And that's it, Von Havenhurst. The repairs that never end. 5 years here and I haven't stopped. I don't think I've had more than a couple of weekends off. There's always something. But getting lots of cool tools, learning how to do this stuff, and YouTube is your friend, right? So yeah, over and out.